The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror, ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday morning. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's doing good. We are up. We're at it. We're doing our thing. I hope you guys are, surviving, baby. We survived and got big FOMC meeting today. More importantly, got that press conference coming up. And what is Powell going to do, right? What's Powell going to do? Is he going to, it's more importantly about the press conference, I guess, is how we'll put it. If Powell comes out and gives any indication that he's going to cut interest rates towards the end of the year, we're going to see this thing absolutely explode. These markets absolutely explode, possibly because this is what everybody has priced in, right? Everybody has priced in these interest rate cuts going towards the end of the year. If Powell comes out and doesn't give any sign of cutting rates towards the end of the year, we might have a problem with these markets because they're pricing everything in towards the end of the year. So we've got to make sure that these press conferences go well. They're not going to get a rate cut today, guys. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to go. It's not going to happen. So but it's all about what everybody has estimated towards the end of the year. And towards the end of the year, that some people have priced into the market one rate cut. Some people have priced in the market 2 rate cuts. So it's really all about where we get to in that press conference. And the market is holding on right now. Both the stock market and the crypto market are just holding on. They're waiting to see this because they've priced it all in. So because they priced it all in, what you're going to see is if it doesn't go the way that they think it's going to go, you're going to see people start to go risk off. It's going to be one of them situations where this press conference is bigger. Usually, I don't get too worked up about the Fed. I don't trade the Fed meeting. Usually I wait till like 2:30 in the afternoon and see where the markets are headed, see what the markets are going to do, all that good stuff like that. But today, I'm telling you guys, if Powell doesn't give any indication of any rate cuts towards the end of the year, where the markets will start to sell off. I do believe that he will. I do believe that things are setting up in order for him to give them rate cut predictions, in order for him to give them rate cut projections, or even indication that they may be coming. And really that's all you need is an indication, right? That's what you need is an indication that they may be coming. So let me just check something out real quick here. Hold on. So we are live on YouTube. We are live on X. And we are going to start being live on TikTok, baby. Yes, we are going to start being live on TikTok, starting to build that channel up over there as well. But definitely, guys, go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and smash that share button. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you're already not subscribed. But yes, the FOMC meeting today is going to be absolutely a monster. Going to have to, see what Powell does. The fate of these markets are in his press conference, not in what he does as far as rate cuts today, because they're not going to get a rate cut today. So let's get into it, guys. Good morning, Junior. Curtis, what's up, my brother? Good morning, my brother. How are you? My man Curtis. Ken, what's going on? Good early afternoon, morning to you, my brother from across the pond. How are you doing? Selmo, my man, good morning. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well, Selmo. See who else we got up in the chat. Man, Curtis. Not likely. I think we look at this thing, and Curtis, and we got to look at this FOMC meeting. We got to look at this thing for what it is, right? You got Powell, you got everybody else out here going crazy, right? Powell and the president going at it, which is exactly what you don't want to see right now, right? You don't want to see that. You want to see, when we're trying to get to where we're trying to get to, you're trying to see a collaborative effort. But I do think, you have a lot of big players right now that are calling for rate cuts. You have BlackRock calling for rate cuts. You have a lot of people calling for rate cuts, right? So I think my interpretation is we're gonna have to get there. When BlackRock and everybody else is calling for rate cuts and stuff like that, you gotta have to get there, right? So we're gonna see. We gonna see, baby. We gonna see. But definitely gonna have a problem, man. If he comes out in this press conference and he says, "Hey, everything is looking like we can hold steady, until 2026." That's all you're gonna see the markets do. You're gonna see them tank like crazy. If he comes out and says, "You know what, everything's looking good," it looks like we could possibly start looking at doing some easing, come September, October, that somewhere in that area, then you'll see these markets go through the roof. Everybody's waiting for it. Curtis is killing it. New okay, Curtis. Killing it at that new job, new paychecks, baby. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's see what the heck we got going on today. Oh man, Asian markets. How do we do, man? How do we do? Traded pretty much, even. Let's call it even, right? European markets. What's Ken doing over there? Oh man, Ken got the markets pumping up, baby. Pumping up this morning over there. All right, not too bad. Got the pre-markets over here in the United States looking absolutely good, man. Hit that like button, hit that share button, y'all. Hit it. Yeah, Curtis killing that new job, baby. Curtis over there killing his new job. Love to see the D-Gens get busy, baby. But your United States pre-markets over here looking pretty good. We got where do we got gold at today? Got gold down in the red today. Got gold down in the red today. Silver's in the red today. And none of that looks too great, right? We'll get after it. Let's see what happens as the day moves on. Y'all. But as you guys can see, the headline here is everybody's waiting for the Fed, right? Everybody's just kind of range bound waiting on the Fed. We'll see what happens. Look at there was a tsunami alert over there in Hawaii. Oprah's catching hell over there in Hawaii. I guess she's got a private road over there, and traffic was all backed up, and she wouldn't open up her private road to alleviate some traffic. She catching hell, man. Yeah, damn Oprah. Rich people, boy. Nvidia looking good. Well, actually down 170, 175. We'll see how that goes today. Apple stocks getting smashed right now. 211. Apple's in trouble, man. Them Apple stocks over there, if they don't start to put some stuff out, AI wise, and start to upgrade their systems and stuff, woof, they're in trouble, man. They might have a problem. Oh boy, where we got going on over here in the crypto market, baby? We got the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 63, continues to come down. Look at altcoin season, guys. 36 out of 100, definitely coming down like crazy, man. Man, people are running out of alts right now. 36 out of 100. We were up 40 on 40/50s on Monday. The total market cap sitting at $3.86 trillion. Whew, money flew out of here a little bit. But got to get to that 4 trill, babe. Got to get to that 4 trill. And then stay there. EU's talking tariffs on China. Yeah, they are. The United States gave that 90-day pause on China, which is going to be good for the United States, Curtis, and they got the deal done with the EU as well. So, like to see that. I think the markets, and that's what I'm saying. If the markets can get a positive flow, right? If they can get a positive flow into what's up, Glenn? Good morning. What's up, Glenn? What's up, dog? How you doing, family? But if the markets can get a positive flow today from Powell, and then with the 90-day pause of the China tariffs, and then with the deal made in the EU, I think we'll be fine. I think you'll see the market send. But if Powell comes out, I'm telling you, if Powell comes out and he starts talking real bearish about rate cuts towards the end of the year, you're going to see these markets take a crapper, man. Seriously. Because all of these analysts and all of these big institutions, they have 1 to 2 rate cuts set in for the year. And if they don't think that they're going to meet their projections, man, they're going to start selling off. And that's definitely going to affect the crypto market. But look at what's going on over here, y'all. So we had a positive $298 million inflow into the ETFs. But look at that Ethereum ETF, man, starting to really catch up to this Bitcoin ETF. Look at the blue on that bad boy. Man, people are just bringing money into Ethereum right now. What's up? Good morning, my brother. What's up? Good morning, man. You just checking on me? Yeah, yo, man, Glenn, we good, baby. We good, baby. But yeah, look at people just flowing money into Ethereum right now. Just absolutely just flowing it right into Ethereum. So we knew this was coming, right? We knew eventually that this would happen, right? So, it's starting to catch up. I mean, we looked at it and we were talking about it. We said that Ethereum would be in that catch-up trade at some point. And you look at BTC bringing in about $80 million in inflows, positive inflows, and I'm sorry. Yeah. So Ethereum is right there. They're right there behind them. Man, craziness, right? But we knew it was coming. Look at the dominance right here. Bitcoin 60.8%, starting to tick up a little bit. People are starting to take their money. They're starting to put their money back into Bitcoin, taking it out of some of these altcoins. You got Ethereum dominance still holding strong, right around 11.8%. You want to see this around 12% where it was the other day. You want to see that thing right around 12, and the rest of altcoins 27.3. That's one that continues to come down. Black belt. Selmo, what's going on, Selmo? How are you, dog? How are you doing this great Wednesday morning? I looked at it real quick, Glenn, but I didn't get a chance really to dive into it. I will though. Got to just give me a chance to get some stuff settled down around here. Uh, it's been pretty wild. It's been pretty wild around here, Glenn. It's been pretty wild, brother. The life has been wild, but look at the amount of futures that are open. 736 million right now in longs and shorts out there waiting for the lizard people to suck them up. Got mine out there. I'm in this number right here. I've been playing around in this market. Low leverage though, real low leverage. So yeah, crypto market doesn't look bad at all right now. It looks like it's just holding on, just trading sideways. But that Ethereum ETF is absolutely smashing it right now. And you look at the on-chain right now, BSC $7.5 billion. That volume's starting to come down a little bit. These numbers right here since Monday, they're starting to make me take a closer look at what's going on chain right now, because BSC was up around 8-9, almost touching 9 billion. So about 2 billion less in 24-hour volume today than it was doing on Monday. Ethereum 3.3 bill, again down from where it was. Solana 2.7 bill, down from where it was. Base 1.7 billion, down from where it was a little bit, just a little bit. And then we got our boy Arbitrum over here doing 777 million in volume. So definitely on chain is starting to come down a little bit. DeFi on chain starting to dip just a little bit, and when that dips, usually you're starting to see the price of crypto start to dip a little bit, and that's kind of what we've seen. So it's definitely interesting. So we shall see what's going on over here today. Everybody's just kind of waiting, right? Everybody's just kind of chilling out, waiting to see what happens at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time today. The press conference comes out. Quick look before we actually get into it of where the market is. You see the Hex ecosystem is absolutely killing it right now. Hex itself is up 18.4%. Pulse X moved back into the top 200, back into the top 100. Up 16% today. Everything else seems to be in the red on the daily. On the hourly, we come over here and we look, and everything is absolutely bleeding off. Much like we would have expected going into an FOMC day, but we didn't expect for it to bleed off yesterday as well. So this is an extra bleed right here, an extra bleed. And people will say it's price manipulation, but I don't think it is. I think this is just people kicking back and saying we're gonna see. XRP open interest sheds $2.4 billion. That's long, shorts, futures, all that stuff. They got freaking wrecked over there for $2.4 billion in 24 hours on XRP long, shorts, future tradings, derivatives, all that. They got absolutely smashed. People got just wrecked. So it is what it is, man. And Kraken targets 500 million raise after a $15 billion valuation. Kraken has been expanding its centralized exchange like crazy. They've been all over the place expanding this thing. So Kraken is trying to position itself to be one of these exchanges, much like on the level of a Coinbase or somebody like that, because Kraken is all over, man. And they are definitely on the move, and they are raising cash and they are raising money. And this thing Kraken seems to want to go. They want to go, and I'm here for it, baby. Let's go. Let's go. The more money you push through there, the more cryptocurrency cash we're gonna see in our pocket. So I'm here for it. Let's go. That's 21 shares. Files for the SEC spot Ondo ETF. I think that we already went over that at one point on Monday, and how big a news that was. Crypto's not dead, y'all. Crypto's not dead. You know, a lot of people are out here gonna tell you that the wheels are falling off and that the walls are caving in, and I'm over here to tell you that that's not true. I'm over here to tell you that people right now, investors right now, big money that can really move this market are waiting. They're waiting to see what happens today. They're waiting to see what Powell does, right? And you can see it. Here's the Ethereum, right? Ethereum's not doing anything but just trading sideways. It's trading in this range right here, right? And this is just a wait and see pattern, right? So if Powell comes out today and they make a positive announcement about possible rate cuts towards the end of the year, you're going to see this thing go this way, right? It's going to break out and go this way. If he comes out today and he says, I don't know, man, I don't know what we're going to do, you're going to see this thing go this way. You could see you might get down to 3,500 or below on Ethereum today, but if he comes out and he doesn't play nice, right? So, you know, I think it is what it is. And we're at the mercy of these guys, right? And here's BTC. You look at it, BTC. It's just in this 4-hour chart. It's just in this channel right here. It's all it's doing is trading up and down in this channel. You got a little breakout here, a little fake out. It gave you a pump fake and a drive-by on that one right there. Or this 4-hour right here, they gave you a pump fake and a drive-by and then gave you a layup right here. But it's just trading in this channel right here. But this lets you know that big money is just waiting. It's right in the middle of this channel. It's literally trading right down the middle. So it's not doing anything special, right? It's not doing anything special. So 25 basis points? Nah, not today. Not today. Maybe September. And all predictions say September. You know, you get a rate cut. We're gonna see. We'll see what's up. But right there, you can see what's happening right now in the crypto market. Right there with BTC. Look no further than BTC. And this is a crucial level right now, because if this doesn't happen and you don't get a positive vibe from the press conference about the future going into quarter 4, right? We're talking quarter 4 here now. You're going to see Bitcoin drop like a rock, you know, and Ethereum as well. You know, we could see it come down here and test some of these 108 levels, 108, 110, 108, somewhere up in there, for a short time, just for a short time. Like you'll see the reaction, you know, and this is what happens with every FOMC meeting or every piece of news or anytime anything like this happens. You'll see an initial gut shot reaction and people will be panicking. And then all of a sudden reality will set in and people will start to come back to their senses and all of that stuff. And then you'll see it come back up to this box right here. You'll see it come back to this box and it'll start trading back inside of this box. But that's why I tell you, be ready for that gut shot reaction if it doesn't go the way that we want it to. And you get ready for that gut shot reaction if it does go the way that we want it to, right? So get ready to see the market send, right? So either way, you got to be ready. But this is why you got to have dry powder on the side, man, for days like this. So what are you doing? Like, what's everybody doing right now? Like, I'm looking at opportunities to strengthen my position in the market during these times right now. Like these minor, I call these minor pullbacks, right? Some people, oh my God, it's crashing. Oh my God, it's doing this, it's doing that. No, I'm looking for these minor pullbacks like we have right now. And this is what this is. And I'm looking to like just solidify some things that I'm in and maybe gain better positions, right? But I'm not looking to do anything crazy, right? Nothing crazy right now. You know, you got Bitcoin sitting at that 17,800 mark. When I woke up this morning, it was 1,800. I mean, 1,1800. So it's starting to drop down a little bit. You know, Ethereum sitting at 3,760 right now. You know, this thing yesterday was trading around 3,800, got up to about 3,800, somewhere up in there. So you're starting to see people prep up for this press conference. XRP is just getting freaking walloped right now. $3.06 right now. This thing was up around 350. This thing's just getting walloped. It's not good. It's not a good situation because if Powell comes out and doesn't say what the markets want to hear, you could see XRP lose this $3 peg right here. That very well could happen. BNB lost their $800 peg, sitting at 791. Couldn't hold that 800. Couldn't hold the 800, and that's too bad because BNB was on a nice rally. Big institutional money coming in there on a nice rally, doing their thing. But yeah, if this thing doesn't go the way that it should, yo, he says hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, hit that heart button over there. If you're over there on X as well, hit that heart button. Yeah, hit that like button if you're over here on YouTube. Hit it, smash it like Mike Tyson Jr.'s clocking in. Clock in, baby. Clock in. The junior. But when we look at it, you know, I mean, XRP Jesus, that thing got walloped pretty good. But we'll see. We'll see if the bounce back is better than the pullback, right? Cardano sitting at 75 cents. Again, it took a hit, man. It took a hit. Cardano is one of these things, man, where I think that this project's going to have a good bull run. But what scares me a little bit about it going any heavier into Cardano than I am right now is the fact that it doesn't have a lot of volume, and there's not a lot of stablecoin volume over there, right? So that's the problem, right? That's the problem with Cardano. Like, it really doesn't have a lot of stablecoin volume over there, which is what we know how people move money. So what we'll see, I think there's plans for Cardano. I think there's big plans for Cardano. It's just a matter of getting them things rolled out and ready to rock and roll. But they got to go. Sui, man, Sui got walloped too, man. $3.72. This thing was up to about $4.20, $4.30. Look for it to recover that $4 mark if news goes well. But definitely Sui could use a push. Sui definitely could use a boost. Let's look at the actual chart on Sui and see where this thing could pop down to. Good news, bad news, right? You look at this thing on a 4-hour, it fell underneath this 200-day moving average, which is always a dangerous situation when a project does that. So, oh man, you look at Sui sitting over here. This $3.64 right here is probably a somewhat level of support, not huge, but somewhat. And then you start to drop down here into these $3.30 ranges as their next level of real support. So given any type of negative news, Sui could be coming down roughly to around, you know, anywhere between 340 and 330. Where are we headed with XRP here? Let's look. Oh, that's ugly too. Still holding on to above. Oh no, dropped below the 200 day. Late last night. No, 200 days down here. So still holding above the 200 day right now, which is good. So, you know, XRP had a nice run all the way up here. Still holding above the 200 day, which is good. It's mixed up right here in the rest of these moving averages. It's just kind of tangled web we weave. But on any negative news, your next line of support for XRP is around $2.88, $2.90. So be careful. What we got going on with Link? Again, Link's under its 200. Link's right there. It's kind of hovering. right around the 1730 32 mark. Had a nasty pullback from almost $20. And you're looking right now. If I was setting a limit order on Link right now, I'd be setting it right around 16, right around 1630, right around 1630, somewhere up in there, about $1 off from where it is right now. On any negative news today, I'd be looking at 1630. Whiff, man, I'm impressed with Whiff and what they've done to come back up here and gain this 94-cent mark. Oh, it was trading up to like $1.30 something here just a while ago, but coming out of the depths of hell, baby, this thing was down at 30 something cents. But you can see it's kind of trying to hold on to this support level that it built right up in here, right around 94 cents to about $1.02, $1.03. But it's not. It just doesn't have enough steam to hold that. You can see it's fighting right now to hold that. But what a fight! What a fight Whiff put on. The Bears and Bulls over there and Whiff are just kind of just smacking each other around right now. So definitely project look at maybe accumulating a little bit more depending on what happens. SPX 6900 sitting at $1.93. This one's another one, had a massive pullback from where it was. We were up here around $2.20, $2.20 range. Had a nice pullback, 193, and it's pulling back into its averages right now. It's moving averages. So we'll see. We got a crossover here, got a sell signal right here. Right here, we got a sell signal. Told us to take this profit right around 220, right around 220. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we get a buy signal on SPX 6900 today. Solana, we told you guys Solana was at a crucial level right around that 190 mark, and it didn't hold it. Couldn't hold it. Market just didn't have enough volume for it to hold it. And now it's sitting right into its moving averages right now, and definitely could today. We could see this thing right around 175, maybe right before the FOMC meeting, and then we'll see if it can run back up closer to $200. Had a big run over the weekend, which is dangerous because there's never usually a big enough volume over the weekend to sustain a run. So I always worry a little bit when projects start to run over the weekend because where's that volume coming from? Popcat had a pullback down here to 32 cents. I like this meme coin. So I'll probably be buying more of this if this thing drops down here into the 30-cent range. I'll probably be looking to maybe accumulate a little bit more of this Popcat. Just think that it's going to be one that's going to be decent. Got this total 3 market cap sitting over here. You can see it bleeding. Over the past couple of days, you see money coming out of altcoins dropped under a billion, which is where we wanted to be. Dropped under $1 trillion. My bad. So we're sitting at 960.48 billion right now. We wanted to see this thing stay above $1 trillion. We'll see if we can regain that today. We're not that far away, right? We're not that far away. But when you pull this thing back, it's been on a nice run. Altcoins have been on a nice run here. So people are getting crazy about these pullbacks, but man, altcoins have been on a pretty damn decent run since November, right? When you look at the market, it's been decent since like November. When you really pull it back and you really look at it, and so I'm not worried, man. Somebody was asking me the other day, like, are you concerned with what's going on? Are you concerned with what Powell has coming? Are you concerned with the tariffs? I'm really not. I'm really not that worried. I think that we had a nice run up since November. I think notoriously in crypto, if you look back over the years, August and September are usually months where everything just kind of trades sideways or kind of goes down a little bit. And then usually that fourth quarter of the year is usually when we really start to ramp things up and then going into that next year. So just not not really that concerned with everything right now. Like, I'm more concerned with making sure that the bags that we want to go into the bull run with are packed appropriately. You know, I mean, the bags are packed and they should have been packed during the whole bear market. But now it's a matter of packing them bags. So, you put your toothbrush in there now. Now you put your toothbrush in there, you're putting your deodorant in there, you're putting them little things inside of your bag that's going to make your trip kind of go smooth. And that's kind of where I think these markets are right now. Is everybody kind of packed their bags for 3.5, 4 years, and now they're just kind of sliding their toothbrush in there, kind of sliding their deodorant in there. You putting their little Q-tips in there, doing whatever it is that they got to do to just make sure that going into this bull cycle that they're ready to rock and roll. And I think that we are going into a super cycle here at some point. And I think it's going to come more fourth quarter this year, first quarter of next year. I think we're going to get there. I think it's just, you got to go through some of this pain to get there. And it's kind of where I think we are. So I'm not really worried. Don't think it's a big deal. Jasmine, I've been watching Jasmine again. I own Jasmine. So I'm watching again, sitting at penny 5. It's out of struggle bus again. It's got to release that DEX that it's going to release, and they got to release it soon. They need some news, man. They need some news, and they need it bad. Ando, not doing too bad, holding on to 93 cents right now. Holding on. It's doing what everybody else is doing. It's just holding on, and just kind of rolling. Big Watch dudes in the building. Big Watch comes in like a boss. What's up, baby? What's up, boss? Let's go. Don't forget to pack your Soul Glow. Yo, baby, I got my Soul Glow. You gotta shine that bald spot up. Your Soul Glow, baby. Oh yes. Oh, you take me back. Soul Glow. I got my Soul Glow. I gotta shine my bald spot up. Big Watch dude steps up in the building. What's up? Y'all ready? Oh, we ready. We ready for this super cycle. I keep telling people, get ready, man. Just pack your bags and just kind of slowly add to, your thing. Pack your Soul Glow. Like Big Watch says, I need to pack my Soul Glow. I got my Soul Glow. Pack your Soul Glow. Pack your toothbrush. Pack your deodorant. Make sure you smell right. Make sure you're looking good. Smell right. Look good. Feel good. Trade good, baby. And that's how it goes, right? That's how it goes. So, Ando's doing well. I think Ando's got $10 written all over it. That's just, guy sitting here just looking at it, I think Ando's got $10 written all over it. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, again, Bitcoin is trading. You see the line in this channel right here going straight down the middle. It's trading at the top side of that middle line right there. So it's trading on the top side of that. And we'll see. And this is big money at its finest, right? This is what you see when it comes to big money. And it's what you see in the stock market. It's what you're starting to see with Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're just holding the line is all they're doing. They're just holding the line, going sideways, and just waiting for the news. They're waiting to see what happens at 2:30 today. And they're going to make a decision. Either they're going to send this thing up to about 125, or they're going to drop this thing down to about 108. And it's all going to be on what Powell says, right? So, and here's the deal. If they drop this thing, right, down to 108, 110, 108, somewhere up in there, they're going to wreck a lot of longs. And they're going to suck that liquidity up. So they're going to win no matter which way they go, right? They're going to win, So, but this is big money. Big money at its finest is sitting right there. It's telling you. Big money's telling you what's going on. They're telling you, just hold the hell on, fellas. Just hold on and chill out. Pepe got smashed. All right. So Pepe under his 200-day moving average right now. Pepe needs a positive boost here. It's sitting at 4-0-1-1-1119. Came down a little bit. This is another one that I'm going to be watching today very, very closely. If Pepe gives this zero back, if there's any big market pullback, if Pepe gives this zero back today, I'm going to grab some more. Big money, big money. That's all big money. That Heat, that's what it is. It's big money, and they're sitting there, they're watching, they're waiting, they're relaxing, they're just saying to everybody, you know, we gonna do what we gonna do. Volts got to do something. They got to do something big, Heat. They got to do something big, man. So, Aerodrome, another one we're watching today. Look at this big fallback from Aerodrome. Down to like 80 cents, right? Big. This 4-hour chart. So we're looking at a couple days right here in this down tunnel right here. So man, another one I'm gonna be watching today. 75 cents. We're going back in. We're going back in, baby. Yo, you know who had a positive push up? Z-Back. I dog Z-Back, and you know it happens. Here we are. 2052, right? I told you Z-Back was a token you wanted to trade, not hold on to, not hodl, but trade it. You know, so indicators told you to buy here, right? And it had this massive push up. You're going to get a sell signal here probably today. You start to see it come down and trade a little bit sideways. You'll get a sell signal here today. It's probably my assumption is they're going to tell you to sell out right up in this area, right up in here. But yeah, Z-Back is still one for me that I look at, and it's a tradable token, not an ownable token. So we shall see. We shall see where it goes with that particular project. I longed and shorted this thing for, I don't know, maybe a week straight. And then I just quit. And we'll see if we get back into it. Quant 116. Boy, oh boy, this thing was 123, 140. So Mo, what happened to my boy Quant, baby? We was up in the 120, 125 range, baby. This thing dropped down to 116. Past couple of days just been dropping. You see, you got your buy signal right here. You got your buy signal right here. And this was probably like right around 116, probably where we are now. Made a nice move up to like 120, 125, 126, and then it's making a pullback here. So we shall see. You watching Z-Back for sure, Heat? Yeah, watch it. It's gonna come down. It's gonna come down, Heat. Well, because here's what happens with. Here's what you notice with Z-Back. Let's see if we can pull this back up. Here's what you notice with Z-Back. You get these massive push-ups, right, with this project, and then you get these slow, methodical, like Novocaine sell-offs, right? And you know, they'll pump it again, and then you'll get a slow, methodical sell-off. They'll pump it up a little bit again. Same thing. So if you're going into Z-Back, I wouldn't look at this as a long-term hold, right? And look at this more of a, if you go over and you put leverage on it and you take a long or a short on it, I'd take like a, 4 to 5x on it, something small, and then ride it. Ride it down or ride it up. But I wouldn't look at holding this, because you're going to make more money off of trading a project like this, just looking back at the chart, the historical chart, looking back at this thing, than you are holding it, right? Because just think about it. If you bought right here, I'm not even going to take you all the way up to the top. Like if you bought like anywhere up in here, you're still down. you're still down. But if you would have bought here, sold here, and you just would have rolled these waves up and down, you would have made money. Like these indicators right here, they tell you if you would have just bought here, right? Rolled this here, sold here. You'll never hit the exact top of anything, but if you sold here, you would have made. If you would have bought here, you would have been in it. You would have had to buy again here, but you would have sold here. So you would have bought twice. Bang, bang, sold. And you would have been in profit, right? Same thing over in here. You would have bought that. You probably would have sold the top right up in here somewhere. Same thing. So it's just not one that you want to hold. Yeah, you ain't lying, Big Wise. You're gonna be some pissed off. Listen. You can't come out like this market's been running since November, right? This market has been running. I'm not saying ZBEC's a rug at all. What I'm saying is what they're claiming that they can do, and I don't know. I don't know if their claims are accurate. They're not. There's not facts backing up their claims. Now, what they're trying to do, I appreciate. I really do appreciate what they're trying to do. Get people paid on an hourly basis or whatever, right? I appreciate what they're trying to do. And then you got to ask yourself a question: is the market ready for something like that, right? I know that Brad Garlinghouse came out and said, hey, would it be nice if these things could happen and people could get paid by the hour, the second, the minute, or whatever? But that doesn't necessarily equate to ZBEC, and that's the one thing that people look at all the time and they go, Brad said it, so that must equal ZBEC. No, not necessarily. Brad could come out with his own solution for RippleNet that trumps ZBEC. He never said that they were going to use ZBEC, and people took that and ran with it. And when they took that and ran with it, this was your pump up on that run on people talking about it, right? Brad said this. It must be ZBEC. Must be ZBEC. Must be ZBEC. Here's your run up, and now you're starting to see the red candles come in. That's your reality. So I'm not saying it's a rug. I'm just saying that they have no legitimate partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people, if you here's my thought on these things. And people, some influencers will get pissed off at me, and I don't really care. I keep it 100. If you have to do a deep dive to find information about a project and how it connects to other projects, and that information is not readily available and verifiable to everybody, you're probably in a shitty project. If you have to do think about this a minute. If you have to do a deep dive into a project to find out information about that project and how it's connected to other projects, if you have to do a deep dive and then you have to make assumptions, you do a deep dive, you read it, you make an assumption, you try to connect the dots. If you have to go through all of that to figure out where your project's going, where the project or your investment's going, you're probably in a shitty project. The information should be readily available right there to you at the time in which you want to invest. You should be able to pull up Google right now and say ZBEC XRP partnership, and there should be a verifiable XRP Ripple ZBEC partnership agreement. And if there's not, then it doesn't exist. Technology, it makes things so much easier for everybody. But you shouldn't have to do a deep dive on a project. You shouldn't have to do connect the dots. We ain't playing tic-tac-toe here. There's a lot. You're right, Big Watch. There's a lot of people, and the reason that people don't believe in Zbeck, and I'm not here to say it's a rug or it's a not. It's not a rug. I'm here to make money. So to me, this is a tradable token. It's got volume. It trades up. People sell off on it every time it trades up. You ride it down. You ride it up. You make money, right? That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to say whether this thing's a rug or not rug, right? But what I'm saying is, you shouldn't have to do a deep dive to find the information. This thing could take off. This thing could take off. This thing could go to $15. You know, who knows? I don't know. But I'll be here trading it all along. I'll be here trading it all the way up, all the way down. I'm not hating on it either. I just come out with the verification, you know, and I just can't see it, you know. So I'm just telling you that there's some projects that are better to hold long term. There's some projects that are better to hold, right? And DCA your way into and hold long term. And there's some projects that are better to trade. And Zbeck's one of them projects that are better to trade. Because if you can pull off 10 successful trades on Zbeck and you miss one that either goes down and you get wrecked going down, or it goes to the moon and you miss it, you're out of the trade when it doesn't go to the moon, you still have 10 successful trades on Zbeck. Scottish, what's going on? What's going on, brother? Yes, DJI 6930 got on MEXC, which we're gonna pull that chart up. We're going through some charts. We're gonna pull that chart up because I was looking at it this morning, starting to pull back just a tad bit this morning. But I think this is with the rest of the market, right? But I do think it's starting to get listed, which should make this thing run just a little bit harder, right? So we'll see. I again, you know, this is one of the lower market cap tokens you got to be careful with, right? One of the lower ones you got to be careful with. But I do like this one. I like SPX 6900. I like DJI, which is the Dow Jones. I like this narrative right now where people are putting things out about the stock exchange. I like the narrative. You think you bought in at 0.00 something? Yeah. I mean, the thing about, you know, Zbeck is, you know, like I said, there's some tokens that are better to hold long term, and there's some tokens that are better to trade. And I just, you know, I just think that one's better to trade. You know, that makes sense, DG. Yeah. Yeah, it does. And you know, I just say, you guys are like I see some of these videos out here where these guys go deep dive. We're gonna do a deep dive into this project, and this is a deep dive, and we're gonna look at all of this information, and we're gonna try to connect the dots on how it all makes sense. So you shouldn't have to do that. If you got to do that, then you're just trying to make a way. You know, Scottish, you out of here, brother? Base Queen, good morning. How are you? Good morning. How are you? So yeah, I mean, I like DJI 6930. I think that this project's good. We got VVBot over here, another one that I like, man. But this one's See, here's another one right here. We look at VVBot, right? And I've liked this project since the day it came out, right? I've liked this project since the day it came out. But let's just be honest. Like when we look at these charts, we got to be honest with ourselves, right? You can't. And here's where I'm telling you guys, quit fanboying stuff, right? This chart looks like shit. It's trading under the moving averages. It's trading under the EMAs. It looks absolutely terrible, right? And we have to be honest with ourselves, right? And you have to say to yourself, and you go back and you look at what's going on, and you look at what's going on with the projects, and you look at all this, and you say, can these guys recover? Like if you were to look at a chart like this, right? Just pull this thing all the way back, right? It had this massive run up right here, right? Great run up. A lot of people bought up here. They got wrecked. Luckily, I wasn't one of them, right? So you pull this thing all the way back and you look at it and you say, okay, this thing has been on a steady, you can pull it this 4-hour chart, but you look at this steady downward trend, right? You got to ask yourself, can this thing get out of this downward trend or not? And if the answer to that question is no, if you make a conscious effort to say the answer to that question is no, then you got to cut bait. You got to cut bait, and you can't look back. How are you? I'm good, basically. I'm good. And that's with any project, right? That's with any project. Just pull the chart back and look at it and go, if it's in a downward trend, what's going on over there that's going to make that thing bust to the upside? And if the answer to the question is nothing, then you got to cut bait. Well, it's true, Big Wise, you get a bunch of people fanboying out here like, oh yeah, this project's gonna, drop 3 zeros, or it's going to the moon, and you're looking at a chart like this. Like, okay, at what point are we going to the moon? Because such and such told you we were going to the moon? Well, I don't really give a damn what such and such said. I just know if you're down, you're down. You gotta look at it. You gotta say, are we ready to cut bait or not, right? But this chart right here, that I'm gonna be honest, and I hope if the devs are in here, they're in here. It is what it is. That chart looks like straight garbage, and I got my money in there, so I can say that from an investor standpoint that chart looks like garbage. I'll keep my money in there. I think they'll turn it around. XLM sitting at 40 cents right now. Oh, definitely not looking too great. XLM looks like it's just kind of trading sideways, which doesn't look good. Where are we at on the hour? We're dropping on the hour, guys. We're dropping on the hour. Everybody's anticipating Powell being very, it looks like from these charts and from trading action, everybody's anticipating Powell to be very bearish at his news conference. That's what everybody's anticipating right now. If you look at this price action, that's what people are anticipating. Shib, you talk about Shiba Inu, base queen? Is that Shib? H bar 25 cents right now. H bar is going to get a major push. H bar is going to get a major push. You think the spark's going to come back to Shib? You think what? Man, yeah. Oh, Shib. Oh, man. I got a love-hate relationship with Shib. You look at this market cap. You look at this market cap, and it's hard to move that market cap. You want my honest opinion, basically? I'll give you my honest opinion. Me and Shib got this love-hate relationship. Pepe's gonna flip shit in this bull cycle. Pepe will flip shit. Yeah. Pepe will end up being the number 2 meme token on the blockchain. It'll be Doge, and then it'll be Pepe, then it'll be Shib. Pepe will flip Shib. And here's why. Shib has done exactly what it needed to do for the cryptocurrency industry. It's performed so well. Nobody, I'm not going to say that nobody will ever do what Shib did, but I'm going to say it's going to be hard for people to do what Shib did, right? When you pull this back, and you were to pull the Shib chart, Shib lost 6 zeros. 6, yes, that's 6, baby, 6 zeros, right? Before it got out, if you go back to when it first launched, it dropped 6 zeros. What other project do we know that has dropped 6 zeros, right? So I always show Shib the respect that it deserves, right? But I also know that when you lose 6 zeros, it's hard. It's hard to keep that momentum moving. So it will fall down the board, and Pepe will go above it. But you have to always give Shiba Inu its due. It's done for cryptocurrency meme coins what nobody else could ever do. It dropped 6 zeros, and it made people millionaires like crazy. So much respect to the Shib army. So it's kind of what I got for Shib. But yeah, I do think Pepe will go ahead and pass it. So here's where we're trading at right now. We're making some money over here on Ape.store on Base. They're sending projects like crazy. They're sending them. I got into this Vine project right. Somewhere up in here. Vine. It came off of here at 10 grand, sitting over around 300K right now, somewhere up in there, 400K, right here. So there, you see them, they're dropping V3s, which are instantly available on Uniswap. So these things are absolutely moving. You can see it over here on Base. And these things, listen, this is where, when a down market's like this, I'm just bringing this to you. You guys know this isn't even a paid promotion. These guys don't pay me. So I'm just telling you that you can see it in a market like this where things are a little bit down and you want to get a little bit risky and possibly make a little bit of money over here. I'm telling you, come over here and swing trade some of these charts. Because there is money to be made. And again, I'm telling you, don't fanboy a lot of this stuff, right? Don't hold this stuff to Valhalla, but when you can get in at a 5 or 10K market cap and it goes up to 100K, 50K, 60K, somewhere up in there, that's some good profit. And it's being done on the hourly over here. We don't really talk about it because volume was down for a little while, but volume is definitely back, and you can see it. You can see it blinking. You can see it blinking like your turn signal. So, if you want a chance to make some money, go on over here, and you can jump into some of these things, and they're moving. And I only bring it to you because, your boy over there doing that. So, and I'm just telling you, don't hold it to Valhalla either. You know what I mean? You go over there, get a 2x, 3x, 5x, whatever you're looking for. Jump in, jump out. Don't hold it to Valhalla. Because low market caps like that, you don't know where they're headed. So, you get your money, get in, get out, swing trade. You want to lose a couple $100, go over there. And if you want to make a couple, with an opportunity to make a couple thousand, go on over there. And it's cheap because it's on Base. So with that, guys, we're gonna get up out of here. Got to get out of here for the day and see what's going on at work. Got to get to work, baby. Got to get to work. So we're up out of here, y'all. We'll be streaming probably on TikTok as well as X and YouTube. Probably starting next week. Go check me out on TikTok, y'all. TikTok is growing over there. Growing good, growing. So go check it out because we'll be live streaming over there as well. You guys have a phenomenal day. Pay attention to the afternoon. Pay attention to 2:30 when Powell comes out. Remember what we talked about, y'all. If Powell comes out and says that he's going to cut rates, or even makes the assumption that he has the possibility of possibly cutting rates in the fourth quarter of the year, watch these markets go crazy. If he comes out and he's like, no, we're just going to stay steady for the rest of the year, these markets are going to go to straight crap. I'm telling you guys that right now. So just be prepared. Have that dry powder on the side. Ken, don't be over there buying up all the crypto, man. I got to get some too, Ken. And Selmo, don't be buying up over all the ISO tokens, dog. I got to get me some of them too. Heat, we going to hang in there. We're going to make some money, baby. We're going to do what we do. Base Queen, I hope you're great today. Hope you're doing your thing. Curtis, go make that paper, baby. And we'll be back at you guys. And like I said, we're doing our thing. And we're in here. We're after it. But watch that 2:30, guys. Watch that press conference. Have that dry powder on the side. If this market pulls back, remember, it's a gut shot reaction. It'll pull back and it usually slingshot back up to support. So try to catch that slingshot down if it doesn't go well. And if it goes well and it slingshots to the upside, hey, you know what I say. Know your levels. Take your damn profit, baby. All right, we up out of here. See you guys. Bye.